Okay, recording. Hi, Carrie. It's Tracy Boyd, and I'm meeting today with Angel Chesamet / Ray. And
Hi, Carrie. I'm Angel Ray now.
So just hold it still. Trevor is videotaping. We're all three blind.
Blind leading the
And
blind leading the blind.
if you want to click that 3 times because you know we're in it, your frame,
Sure.
you can just turn it off if you don't want the voiceover.
3 blind mice.
Speech off.
Okay. But is screen curtain on?
I think so.
That's not going to be good.
Oh, it's off. It's off.
No, I
Are you
think
sure?
it will still
Yeah.
video if the screen
Okay,
curtain's on.
let's focus.
Okay.
Sorry, we digress.
Somebody's alarm is going off.
Is that mine?
Mine.
That's
No, it's mine.
Trevor's.
Okay.
It's all right.
So, Angel, I am interested in pursuing the career path that you are currently in. And I have some questions based on things that have come up in the book and in my class.
Uh-oh.
And I wanted to ask you for when you're in a situation where in the book it talks about reading people's body languages.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk to me about how you are able to discern disinterest, agitation, maybe body language that might be arms crossed across the body or gazing down? Can you tell me what techniques you use?
Okay, so you and I have adapted as blind individuals to reading people's voices and movement in the room more than sighted people, because they're focused on the sight and we are focused on our other senses, of course. So we, just like they can visually read the clues of another person visually, we can read clues from people's movement, tone. We can hear which direction. So especially in the clinic or in any private practice, you will be in a small, close, quiet room.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the perfect environment to be able to hear every single thing happening in the room. You know everything that's in the room, so you know what everything in the room sounds like, and you know where they are, so you know which direction they're coming from, right? So because for example, I could tell in the clinic, they have the 2-way mirrors. That's how your supervisor and your peer supervisor watch you and the client. Well, I could hear when my client was looking over there and was not looking at me. I can hear when they were looking down and kind of moving around. I could tell when one of my clients, she would tuck her leg under her body. So I mean, we can especially if you, just like you and I, Trevor, most everybody here in the NFB is pretty observant, I would say. I've known a lot of blind people, and it's not all of us are that way, right? But we're a pretty advanced group, and I don't feel that there's going to be any problem. There might be some when you first meet a person, just like for any sighted counselor, there's going to be some hesitation because you don't know that person. Just so the same thing with you being blind. You might be a little hesitant because you don't know their different movements and noises, but you'll get to learn them. So really the only time that it's a little bit maybe kind of awkward or a little uncomfortable is maybe the first couple of sessions with that person.
Okay.
And you learn it.
Here's another question I had is, in the book and also in class, we've talked a lot about mimicking the client's posture. How do you master that?
So for that, mostly tone.
Okay.
So a person, if a person's feeling down, their shoulders are probably slumped. Like I said before, I could hear when a woman would tuck her leg under her other leg. What else? I could hear happiness. So I mean, you think about it. How would a person sit? How would a person be if they're happy?
Okay.
If they're sad, if they're crying. I mean, you would maybe you could hear a person crying, or you could hear that they might be possibly starting to cry, and you can reach the tissue box over to them. And
so what do you think would happen if you came across a client that had contradictory body posture to what was coming out of their mouth? I mean,
Is
do you
that
think
really
that would?
possible?
Oh, for sure. Right? Like,
okay,
I mean,
I'm
for
thinking.
sure.
I'm thinking. So,
But what I'm more specifically asking you is, so when we observe someone's body language and their posture, if that doesn't match what's coming out of their mouth, like if their mouth is really happy but their body is slumped over, there's this contradiction going on. I mean, don't you think that those kind of clues help you diagnose the person a little more quickly?
I would tend to think that maybe sighted people would think that that would be very most important, but I don't. I think that type of information could come out in other ways.
Oh, cool. Okay. I love that.
And I seriously doubt that a person could be happy and have their shoulders slumped down. But I mean, maybe so. Maybe just because I haven't seen it, I don't know. But you can get a lot from tone that a lot of sighted people don't realize.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Angel, for your time. Carrie, thank you.
Bye, Carrie. Trevor, turn it off.
Press the home button.
You're gonna have to turn it back. You're gonna have to turn the voice back on to do it.
What did you do?
You double tap with 2 fingers.
It's not coming back on.
Voiceover on. Camera. Stop recording video. Button.